that was awkward.
What do you want for Christmas, little boy?
Santa car? Is that you, Santa car?
Santa car.
Oh, goodness. Welcome to Good Mythical More. We got a few more of these items.
You just sat in my lap like I was a car.
And
that happened.
I totally got away with it, brah.
Brah.
So I got a few more of these items that we're gonna go through.
But first we want to thank our sponsor who makes this show possible. Lynda.com/more. Again, if you want to do cool stuff, be able to learn about things in a comprehensive manner, you should go to lynda.com/more.
Get a free 10-day trial, people, and also support the show. One example, Adobe InDesign software. Adobe InDesign, that's like you're going above and beyond Photoshop.
It's like magazine, it's layout design.
Layout design. Like they have a whole class called Design a Business Card. It's like, that doesn't sound too difficult until you take the class. You're like, oh, now I'm designing a killer business card.
But here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna learn how to do something like this. You're gonna go to a job interview one day and they're gonna be like, what can you do? Because they don't really care what your GPA is. They care what you can do, what your skills are. And you're gonna be like, well, I could do this thing. Where'd you learn that? Lynda.com, you don't have to say that. But then you'll get the job and you'll be like sitting there designing business cards every day for the rest of your life.
That's a legit job, man.
Thank you, Rhett and Link.
You're welcome.
For mentioning that. And you know what? At that point, you can make all our business cards for us, but we want them to be black diamonds.
And I'm not saying under like software.
28 karat.
I'm not saying under like software skills on your resume, you should just go to lynda.com and just copy and paste. And then if they ask you about it, say, oh yeah, I know that as of tomorrow after I go there tonight. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
You
that.
gotta know it to know it.
The world's most expensive tea bag. Boodle's Jewelers made a tea bag that cost $11,568.19.
I'm gonna steep some tea with this thing? No, I'm not. It's got 280 diamonds on it.
They made it to celebrate PG Tips, a tea company's 75th birthday. Just so that we would talk about them, so that you would buy some PG Tips tea, I guess. 280 diamonds. Took 3 months to build, and you're just gonna dip it in some tea? Again, it's just one of those things like, look, this costs $12,000, I'm dipping it in tea. Look at me, looking at you, looking at us, making tea.
I just think that you have to have something fundamentally wrong with yourself if you're willing to break out an $11,000 tea bag in front of anyone other than yourself or your mom. I'd be like, hey mom, look at this $11,000 tea bag.
My mom would slap the tea out my mouth if I told her that it was
the teeth. Yeah.
Which one would you buy? Out of all the things that we've talked about so far, which one would you buy? The $99 toothpaste? I mean, it's the cheapest one.
I love chocolate, and I like keeping my teeth clean. And it's only $99. Yeah, that's not much of a splurge. But this is one that we actually have had. But actually, I don't know if you were there. But this, and you may have heard of this, the world's most expensive ham, Iberico ham, Spanish cured ham. About a 15-pound leg of this ham is about $2,700. And the reason this is so expensive is because
how much is $2,600? 27?
15 pounds.
That's like a leg.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of ham. And the way you eat this ham is not, you don't eat it like it's Thanksgiving or Christmas and you cut open a big spiral ham and you eat like 7 pounds each person. The way you eat this ham is it's so delicate that they cut it into really, really small pieces, very thin slices.
Like prosciutto?
And it's been cured, yeah. So it's not like a big thick slice. It looks exactly like prosciutto or some sort of cured meat. But they got 50 pigs, the perfect pigs that are chosen, and they're allowed to roam freely and gorge themselves on a certain type of acorn in Spain for this very distinct flavor. These pigs only eat these acorns, nothing else, their entire lives. And then
because they were cursed by the witch who asked them, okay, species of pigs, if you had to eat only one thing the rest of your life, what would it be?
They love them.
And they said,
Acorns.
They breathed in what they said. They love these acorns, man. And acorns is what they would, if this was all done in Harnett County.
That's pig language.
And then they are salted and cured for 3 years in a cave. 3 years in a cave. this is an important part of the process. And then they go on sale in a handmade wood box wrapped in an apron made by a Spanish tailor.
Like a
They
shroud?
come with a DNA certificate as proof of authenticity, because these can't be any old pig. It can't be like a pig that's been like raised in bun level and then they try to wrap it up in a nice Spanish tailor. No, this is like,
Bone Level got some good pigs, though.
this is a pig from Spain that's eating these acorns in the cave. You know what happens. And then just for reference, like a 13-pound ham that you would just go to the store and get is about $80. So ham's not cheap, but it's not $2,700. Anyway, I've had this stuff. All that to say, I've had it.
You a hypocrite.
So
You said you wouldn't buy any of this.
well,
But you bought
I
like a
didn't buy
sliver.
a ham.
A sliver of
I
it.
went to a restaurant with my brother and sister-in-law when they were in town late, like last year. And we were like, let's go to like one of those ridiculous LA restaurants, and went to this place called The Bazaar, which is a ridiculous LA restaurant. It's a place where they serve like foie gras wrapped in cotton candy, and they serve one dish inside of a Nike shoe that they bring to the table.
Yeah, that's awesome. I remember you. I think you talked about that on Give 'em the
They
Good
quit doing the shoe thing because they said people were taking the shoes home with them, which I would have assumed I got to keep the shoe too. Anyway, they had Iberico ham on that menu, and it's a tapas place, so it's all small plates. And I mean, it was like for an appetizer of this ham, it was like $75. So it's not like, it wasn't like so much money that it was inaccessible to everyone. It was just this
That's
is
a lot
this is
for
a
a
this is a
tapas place.
very expensive appetizer. And when they were in town and we were like, guys, let's do this. It's once in a lifetime. I just like saw some special about these pigs, and I was like, let's do this. And
so you tasted it?
the way I would describe
Was
it
it
is,
on a cracker?
I don't remember the presentation. I doubt I put it on a cracker. I think I just ate it straight. But
It's like you brought your own crackers in your pocket and you're like, oh.
it just looks like prosciutto. It looks like just a cured meat, and it's incredibly smooth and rich, and just like, I would just be like, man, that's really good salami. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, I would be like, I got a plate of that cured meats, and the best one is that one, but I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna pay $75 for that on the regular.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's the best ham I've ever had, so they got that going for them.
There's a $50,000 umbrella that you can buy that's made out of crocodile skin, available by special order at Billionaire Italian Couture in London. There's also a leather, gold, and silver Monopoly set,
Of course there is.
up to $14,000 for a Monopoly set.
Yeah,
I mean, does it come with actual money and an actual jail? Oh, holla, bring your jail.
No, not for $14,000. I doubt there's an actual jail.
No, yeah, if it was $14 billion, it'd be like a whole prison system, like a corrupt prison system. You could
People
like
who
run
have
it.
this much money that they can buy these things, they got other problems they don't like talking about. They
Right.
got lots of problems they don't like talking about, man. Just ask. What do they call him now?
Justine.
The more money, more
She's a
problems guy.
billionaire.
Why did you think I was
What
What did they call him now? Justine?
I was gonna say a YouTuber just to like make a joke about like.
She's a girl,
Who
first
can
of
I
all.
make? I didn't hear you say man. I was trying to make a joke about who can I make a joke about being the richest?
Who's
YouTuber?
the more money, more problems guy? Yeah, what do they call him now?
I think they call him Justine, but that's just the magazine.
What's his official name now?
that I read?
Diddy right now still?
I think it's Puff Lion.
Here's to you.
You know
I think
what?
it's
That's
Puff-
your assignment, people.
I think it's Puff Lion. I
P.
think
Diddy right now still?
I think it's Puff Lion. Right
Sean
now.
Combs, here's to you. I'm sure you'd never do any of this purchasing of craziness, but you do. All right, let's call it a wrap.